Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the difference between Chinese bone straight hairs and Vietnamese bone straight hairs, and which of them is better when it comes to you choosing or buying a bone straight hair. Now, so many people have problem with choosing or wanting to buy a bone straight hair because they still don't know which one is better, whether it's the Vietnamese bone straight hair or whether it's the Chinese bone straight hair. So in this video I'm going to be telling you the difference in the both of them and which one that I feel is better for you to buy, which is actually better for you to buy. So you guys, now for you to buy a bone straight hair that has quality, you have to know some certain things, of course, which I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Also, there are two types, or there are basically two places where these bone straight hair are made. It is China and Vietnam, okay, which is in the far Asia. So if you want to get any bone straight hair, it's either you are getting the Vietnamese bone straight hair or you are getting the China bone straight hair. And also they come with their own differences, okay, which you should also look out for, because this difference goes a long way to either promote the longevity of your bone straight hair or to make it not to last at all. Because of course bone straight hair is very expensive. It is very expensive and it is luxury. It is different from the regular human hairs, okay? So it is very expensive. So definitely if you want to buy hair that is that expensive, there are certain things you want to go for. You want to go for the fact that the bone straight hair is going to last, the bone straight hair is going to be silky, the bone straight hair is going to be sleek and all of that, and the bone straight hair is going to be easy for you to also maintain, because there is nothing that is going to last long without you maintaining it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the difference between the two type of bone straight hair and which one I feel is better for you to go ahead and buy. So before I go ahead and tell you all of that, if you are yet to see a video on how to identify bone straight hair, because I already explained how you can identify bone straight hair and original bone straight hair, and if you have not seen that video, I'm going to leave the link in the description box, okay, for you to go ahead and check that out. Now, if you are new to the channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and clicking this video to watch. Please, if you are yet to join the family, please click the button that says subscribe below. In this channel we make videos and content that are valuable and that you are going to benefit from. Of course, you are going to definitely love it, so you want to join the family, okay? So to my own subscribers, hey, thank you so much, you guys. I love you guys from the depth of my heart. Like, you guys are the reason why I keep coming back to make videos. Thank you guys for your love, your support. Thank you for your like, your share, your comment, and thank you so much for the support that you are giving me on this channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. So you guys, Vietnamese bone straight hair is made in Vietnam and Chinese bone straight hair is made in China. So number one difference between the Vietnamese bone straight hair and the China bone straight hair is that for Vietnam, they source their hairs internally, while for China bone straight hair, they don't source their hair internally, or like the percentage of hairs that they source internally, it is very low, like 20%. But for Vietnam, they source their hairs internally 100%. What that means is that for Vietnam, they already have people that are ready to sell their hairs, because of course it's the human hair that we are buying, okay, from normal humans like you and I that we are buying. So they source their hairs from their ladies that are ready to sell their hairs, okay, and they have a lot of these ladies that are ready to sell their hairs. They have a lot of these ladies, so the hairs is already there, okay, so the hairs is already there, and so they source it internally. They don't need to go out to be looking for extra things to add to the hair, unlike China, because China don't have a lot of people that are selling their hairs or that are willing to sell their hairs, so they don't have a high rate of raw hairs or ready-made hairs that they can, you know, get from, or the source of their hairs is very, very low. They have like 20% of it. So when they get this 20%, they have to use chemicals, they have to add fibers, they have to have other hair materials just to make it look like hairs, so that they can add it to the 20% that they have to be able to fulfill their orders. But for Vietnam, they use pure human hairs for their hairs, because they already have a lot of source for getting their human hairs internally in Vietnam, so they don't have to go the extra mile of, you know, going to use fiber or going to use a lot of chemicals and all of that. So this is another reason why buying for Vietnam is a must, or is the best when it comes to bone straight hairs, because since they already have their hair sourced internally, okay, it is very easy for you to buy hairs that are original from them. It is going to be pure 100% human hair, unlike China that is going to be, you know, some percentage of human hair and some percentage of fiber and a lot of chemicals going into it just to make it align so that it can become hairs. So that way you know that your Vietnamese bone straight hair is way better than your China bone straight hair. So tip number 2 for me is that for Vietnamese bone straight hairs, their strand is thick, but unlike China bone straight hairs, their strand is very thin and light, and this is going to result in a lot of breakage. Now when you buy hair that has a lot of breakage, you should have a little rethink that this might be a China hair, because of course, since they don't have a lot of people internally that they are getting hairs from, they tend to use a lot of fibers, like I said, and chemicals, and the chemicals are going to thin out the hair strands. Also, their original hair strands is thin, so it's going to just result to a thin hair strand, which is going to break out easily. Because for you to have a hair that sheds, it means the hair strands are thin or they are light, and so they will easily break out. So you want to look out for that. This is another reason why Vietnamese bone straight hair is better for me compared to Chinese bone straight hair. Also, number 3 is that their weft. For Vietnamese bone straight hair, the weft is very tight and well laid, well placed, well made, okay, compared to China bone straight hair. For China bone straight hair, you can see that the weft will be pulling out sometimes by itself. Because the weft is not strong, the strands of the hairs, of course, will definitely be pulling out once or sometimes in the hair, and you don't want that to happen to your bone straight hairs, because with time it is going to shed a lot. Okay, so you don't want that to happen. That is another reason why you should go for your Vietnamese bone straight hairs. Their wefting is tight, the strands of their hairs are very nice. Okay, they take details when they are wefting their hairs, and they make sure that the thread that they are using to weave the weft, it is strong and it is long lasting. So that is why I love Vietnamese bone straight hair compared to China bone straight hairs. Okay, so another reason why Vietnamese bone straight hair for me is better is because they don't use a lot of chemicals to process their hairs compared to China bone straight hairs, where they use a lot of chemicals to process their hairs. Now you guys, for bone straight hairs, they are of course chemically processed, but then again the percentage is low, because if the percentage is high, it is going to definitely damage that hair. So when you have hairs that is processed heavily with chemicals, it is going to damage that hair in no time. Okay, and you guys, China bone straight hair is very attractive, so most people feel that that is the bone straight hair that they should buy, and this is the reason why it is attractive, because they're using a lot of chemicals to make it shine, to make it look lustrous, to make it look like this is the best thing you've ever had. But then again, once you buy it, as time goes, within 6 to 8 months or 1 year, you will start seeing all those things that you don't want to see in your bone straight hair, like shedding, like the strands pulling out, or like the weft loosening up, and all of those things. And then you will see that maybe if you had a 20 inches bone straight hair, you will see that with time it will turn to 18 inches and it will start reducing like that till it will get to probably the weft. So you guys, that is another reason why Vietnamese bone straight hair is way better than China bone straight hair. And also for Vietnamese bone straight hair, they take details when they are making their hairs. Okay, so they select out the bad hairs out of the good hair, because even with your natural hair, there are some that has stunt growth. If you don't know, there are some of your hair strands that has stunt growth. Some of them don't just grow, okay, some of them will not last, some of them has gray color, some of them the colors are not defined, and all of that. Like your normal natural hair are all not of the same in their strands when it comes to their strands. Same thing with this human hair or with this bone straight. But then again, in Vietnam, they take out their time to select the ones that are not good, that will not help the hair to last long, or that will not help the hairs to last long. They select it, okay, because they have a lot of supply. They can go ahead and do this. But in China, since they have low supplies of human hairs, they tend not to be able to select too much of the bad hairs out, and most of the times they don't select it, because if they do, they are going to be left with less hair strands which they are going to be working with. And they usually have a lot of orders. In China, they have a lot of orders compared to Vietnam, because they make their hairs cheap, and they also work with short time duration, because they are going to be using a lot of chemicals to process this. So it's definitely not going to take a lot of time. But then again, that is the more reason why their hairs do not last long, if you ask me. So their hairs generally do not last long. So you guys, for me, the best hairs, if you want to go ahead and buy bone straight hair, is the Vietnamese bone straight hair. So if you want to get that, please contact me. I'm a human hair vendor. I sell, okay, and I ship worldwide. Distance is not a barrier. If you want to buy an original Vietnamese bone straight hair, I do not sell Chinese bone straight hair. So for those people coming to my DM to ask me if I sell Chinese bone straight hair, I do not, because they don't last. I don't want issues with customer coming back to me to tell me that I sold bad hairs to them. I cannot help that. So if you want original Vietnamese bone straight hair, please click on the link in the description box, okay, to WhatsApp me. I sell original bone straight hair, and of course it is not cheap. If you want, please send me a WhatsApp message, okay? And then again, if you are new to the channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have any questions, okay, please leave it in the comment section and I'm going to answer that. Please do not WhatsApp me if you are not coming to buy hairs. That line is strictly for business. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. If you come to WhatsApp to ask me questions, I am definitely not going to answer, because that is my business line. Okay, so ask your questions here in the comments. Okay, so to my old subscribers, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys from the love of my heart. Thank you for the support. I see it and I deeply appreciate it. Okay, you guys, so I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, let me also know in the comment section. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in another video. Bye.